Hi there, welcome to Sirius Talk Show. Drum roll! We received some intelligence from our students and staff members that they're feeling they have lost touch with the school and what's happening on our campuses. In reality, many of us have not been on the school grounds and may not feel like we are able to stay connected with the school community. So we decided to put together this program for you guys to get a bit of an insight into some of the developments that are occurring at school, as well as to hear from members of our school community, including our students, staff members, and executive members of the school, so that you can feel that sense of reconnection and hopefully make a better transition into coming back to school as a physical existence. We know that it might be a bit boring to watch a video produced by the school about the school, so we hope that you can hang in there and enjoy the rest of the program. Drum roll. Okay, that might have been a little over-promotion, but once again, we are here to remind you of the good things about being a community. If you would remember back when the lockdown initially kicked in, we had our radio broadcasts presented by the Pastoral Care and Wellbeing team, making sure that each member of our school had an opportunity to contribute to that program and had a voice that they shared with the rest of our campuses. So what do you expect to find out in this program? I'll take you through a rundown. We'll start off with a bit of a recap about the news around the world. We'll hear about what's happening in general, as well as some positive and motivational news. We'll also hear a little bit about some of the developments at our school and some exciting opportunities for our students that's waiting around the corner. You'll also get to hear some messages from our staff members and students. You'll find that you're experiencing similar things and that they have some beautiful and motivating insights to share with you. We've also put together a special investigation into the school grounds, so you'll be able to explore our campuses and who is currently working on campus to get a bit of an insight into that. We have a special interview with one of our school counselors who will be providing you with important information about your mental health and well-being and how the school is trying to keep supporting our students. We hope that throughout this whole program, you're able to find yourself in bits and pieces here and there and that you're able to enjoy it. Make the most of it, sit back, relax, and see you later.
And now to some bits of news. Starting with the universe, an intermediate mass black hole almost twice the size of previous discoveries was detected for the first time. It resulted from the collision of two massive black holes, one of which was in the forbidden range, meaning that it should not have been there in the first place. You may be confused, much like the scientists making the discovery. Now to the world. A Japanese company has successfully tested a flying car in a public demonstration. The vehicle named STO3 is about the size of two cars, the smallest of the world's electric flying cars. Although it looks like a mini helicopter, the company aims to further develop the flying car and have it ready for release by 2023. Moving on to our land of golden soil and wealth for toil. Well, after 29 years of experiencing continuous growth, our economy is officially in decline, with a 7% fall in all our total output. The worst affected sectors have been accommodation and food. Economist Callum Pickering has commented that the economy is being held together with duct tape by government support payments. Never underestimate the power of the duct tape, guys. Oops, of governments is what I mean. While talking about money, we could not give a miss to some news from the Royal Australian Mint, which presses our nation's coins. It has made a unique $1 coin with a green centre entitled the Donation Dollar. With it, they aim to encourage charitable donations, as there has been a drop in many acts of generosity in the nation over the past few months. Even if the $1 may not lead the way to significant change, it is sure to get the people to pause and reflect. A further positive development is the record number of Australian universities that have entered the world's top 200, recognising excellence in research and quality of teaching. This success is generally attributed to the employment of top-notch academics and investment into research. The University of Melbourne is the highest ranked amongst Australian universities at number 31. Go Melbourne! More on Melbourne. Our nation's most livable city, as verified by COVID-19, has, for the first time in history, lost its position as the host of the AFL Grand Final. The final will be played at the Gabba in Brisbane, with the second alternative being the Adelaide Oval. The Queensland Premier has welcomed the move, saying, "It's a great win for Queensland and I am very honoured," and sparking suspicions about her potential role in the second wave of the outbreak in Melbourne. Possible, but it is probably just bad karma after our own Premier dissed Adelaide as a plausible holiday spot. Now to some very important developments at Sirius College. Our Dallas campus student wellbeing team has organised a series of fun weekend challenges for our youngsters to give them a break from the screen and keep them focused on their physical and emotional well-being. Join in guys, sector merits await you all. The Pastoral Care and Wellbeing team has announced an art competition focused on the theme of hope so our students can use their creative talents to deliver messages of strength and resilience to our school community. Students can choose to produce a short film, creative writing or visual art to be in the race for some amazing rewards. Our students have also been encouraged to take part in a Sirius competition organised by the prestigious Islamic Sciences and Research Academy. The competition will give the interested students an opportunity to learn more about the life of Prophet Muhammad and expand their understanding of notions of patience, contentment and compassion, some much needed traits today. That is all the bit of news we have for you. Goodbye.
I suppose one of the things I miss about the school is the people. We're lucky at our school we get to actually have lovely people around, there's lots of laughter. I really love our school community, it's one of the reasons that I started working there. And I guess I just don't have that at home. Ooh. But I do have my special teapot.
I definitely miss daily arithmetic, which is one of my favourite maths lessons in my class. Miss everybody in my class. I've got such a fabulous year 2 group this year. I love watching the kids play at recess and lunchtime. I love watching you do gymnastics on the playground, play tiggy, watching you play soccer and football on the oval. It just gets so competitive, and then all the kids come inside after lunch drenched in their own sweat and just with their hair plastered to their skin because they are so hot and sweaty and bothered. And they all come in like breathing because they are so short of breath from running around so much. I always found that really funny.
I think we all miss seeing our friends and just seeing them like actual face-to-face instead of FaceTime, because it's just different, them being there in front of you, and because we haven't seen them in such a long time, like for 5-6 months. I think we're all just like on the edge and just wants to like meet other people other than our family, and even for teachers as well. Like, I've never thought I'd hear myself saying this, but I actually miss a lot of my teachers, and I just want to like go back to physical learning and just see everyone.
I miss the fact that I don't get to see my friends and teachers face to face.
I miss the connection you have with people, staff, students, the ability to communicate with them, and also being a PE teacher, obviously physically being able to work on certain things and develop the students.
I would also agree with Jay there, and also I miss my foundation students, working one-on-one with them or group work, and it would have been great to start off this term at our new campus, but hopefully next term.
I miss being social with my friends and interacting with my teachers. Times like this have helped me realise how much I miss school, and on-site learning is a way for students to be more motivated in class and really enjoy each other's company, and even the occasional giggles with the teachers.
My students and the good recognition they give you when they finally get a concept. I also miss their smiles in the morning and seeing them out in the yard. I also miss my colleagues who have been a great support this year.
I miss talking to friends, socialising, having a laugh. I miss playing table tennis at lunch and recess, the little things.
Is spending lunchtimes with your mates.
Not being able to see everyone in person.
Probably be the sujuk toasts, which they sold at the canteen for $3.50. I enjoyed them, and I kind of miss them now that we have online school.
Being able to interact with people face to face, like my teachers, classmates, friends, instead of staring at their names on the screen all the time.
In the mornings when I used to walk to my locker, my friend Inaya would wait for me every day. Then we used to pass the staff room, and my maths teacher Mishima would be sitting down marking papers. I would wave at her and she would see me and she would wave back every single time.
I know it sounds really weird, but I actually don't miss being dressed up for work all the time because, well, I love Ugg boots.
Yeah, Judy.
I don't miss the traffic that I endure during pickup and drop-off times.
Having to stand in front of the lockers and open the padlock during winter since it would be freezing and very crowded.
I definitely don't miss carrying heavy books back and forth from my locker to my classes all the time. It's really annoying.
The one thing I don't miss about the school is having to wake up early.
Waking up at 6:30 a.m.
So getting up at 7:30 and getting ready for class.
Something I definitely don't miss is handing out detentions. I haven't had to give out one detention or one demerit the whole year, I think. So That's been great. Keep that up.
I definitely don't miss getting detentions. I think no one does really.
The most difficult part of isolation is generally the isolation. Teachers, well, we're people too, Ripley's, believe it or not. No, we don't all live together like the Smurfs, sorry to disappoint you. I miss talking to my students. I miss getting to laugh. I miss getting to walk around. I miss getting to teach in the way that I really trained to teach, the way that makes me feel happy to be a teacher. I live quite far away from my family. Most of them are interstate. So I miss getting to talk to them and getting to sit around, getting to share a meal. I miss seeing my friends. I'm still fairly new to Melbourne, so being without my friends feels even bigger.
Not seeing family and friends. I bet that's the same answer for everybody. I really miss mum and dad, and I miss my friends. I've got a couple of friends who've had new babies this year, and I haven't got to meet the babies yet, but that's okay. I'll see them soon.
The biggest difficulty of isolation was adjusting to, at a school schedule to at a home schedule. Because now that, at the start, I think not just for me, but because we were all home, I think we used to spend our time not that effectively, watching TikTok and movies and all that whatnot. But now that I've been at home for a solid 3 to 4 months, I came up with a schedule that allows me to maximize my time efficiently.
I think as a year 12 the most difficult part would be not seeing your classmates, and we spend a lot of time studying together and your classmates become your biggest motivation factor, and so it's a bit harder to keep that motivation going than before we had quarantine.
I haven't found isolation to be that difficult at all. I actually really enjoy it, but if I had to pick something, it would be deciding what to have for lunch.
Not being in the physical presence of your friends and teachers, also having to adjust to new life that the government has constructed for us, such as living by curfews and having a 5-kilometre travel radius around our house.
Not going out, staying at home the whole day.
Not being able to see my family, and then not being able to see my little one, who's nearly 10 months old now.
With me would be working together with my students and seeing their development together. Also would be going out with family and friends, and I think more so seeing my mum and dad be at home and dad not being able to go to his favourite store of Bunnings.
I'd be lying if I said that I didn't find a lot of comfort in eating, but I guess I'm really liking being able to talk to my friends online, getting to play a couple of games. I think that's about it. It's a bit hard to do much more than that. I've got to say, it's pretty comforting living with a very cute dog who'll lay on your lap for an afternoon nap.
I bought a new bike and I've actually started my first ever Lego set. So I'm building Old Trafford, and that's just one of the little stands that I've got so far, and I'm about halfway done.
Being able to catch up on some extra sleep and my big pink fluffy blanket which my mom got me. This is one of my favorites because it's very comfortable.
That's easy. My computer.
Probably my phone and my PS4.
My laptop.
Cups of tea. I'm probably drinking way too much tea. I think I'm having about 8 or 10 cups a day, which is probably a bit too much caffeine, but oh well. And of course a lot of Netflix as well. What else do you do in isolation?
Ice cream.
Reading the Quran and praying has given me a sense of reassurance and relief.
I love a good walk or bike ride. It helps divert my mind from coronavirus and homeschooling. Reading a good book also helps.
Not essential. You'd probably find me watching live music somewhere.
I would go down to Maribyrnong River, where I usually go for my weekend walks, or sometimes occasionally after school.
You would most likely find me at one of the pastoral care camps.
You'd find me at the beach, and given that this time of year is pretty cold in Melbourne, it would probably have to be somewhere further north where it's warm.
Probably the beach.
On a beach.
As the warm weather is approaching, you may find me relaxing at the beach.
Anywhere, I would choose Brazil.
You'd find me maybe in Europe. I don't know, somewhere in the Mediterranean, Greece.
I'd love to be back in London.
Probably hang around with my mates somewhere.
I would probably be in Queensland watching the rugby, or I might be travelling around Australia following all the games in the footy frenzy.
You'd probably find me in the city with my friends just drinking boba tea, because I want to have boba tea so bad, but there's none in my area, so I've got to wait.
I love reading. I used to read every night, but now I don't because all the libraries are closed and I don't have anything new to read. I'm finding it a bit hard to adjust to it. I hope the libraries will open soon so we can at least go and get some books.
I suppose the biggest message I have for everyone out there is stay safe. Wash your hands, be nice to each other, make good life decisions. I'm proud of you.
I would like to express my gratitude to all the teachers who are working so hard and never disappoint us with their dedication and support. It is so inspirational.
Everything happens for a reason, and this challenging pandemic is an experience we can all grow stronger from. Believe in yourself and Allah that you will be able to overcome this and stay happy. Definitely know that you're not alone. No matter how many times you've heard this year, it's true.
Spring just started, and summer is around the corner, so maybe even going out and fixing our gardens and making our backyards look great for the summer.
Well, to everyone who's watching, I think that we should all try to engage with each other a lot more during online class. I know for me, in my class, a lot of people keep their cameras off and they're muted the whole class, and it's not really a good learning environment. I think it's taken away the human aspect.
We just need to hold on a little longer and inshallah everything will be okay. So yeah, I hope to see some of you back in term 4.
For all of the mums and dads out there, you are doing a phenomenal job. I think, kiddos, you have to give a big kudos to your mums and dads. They have been your tutors, your teachers, your support. They have been working hard and also teaching you throughout the year. So well done to mums and dads and grandmas and grandpas, aunties and uncles. You've done exceptionally well. So keep up the excellent effort, kiddos. You've had a tough year. It's not going to last forever, and we can't wait to see you back at school. Bye!
Even a simple smile or hello can brighten up someone's day. I hope everyone knows that if feelings of loneliness become too much, there is always someone that is ready to talk to. No one is alone. Everyone is facing their own challenges at home, but we're all in the same boat and we should be there for each other no matter what.
Just honestly appreciate who you are become right now, because honestly at the start of quarantine I think we were all like anxious and stressed on what's going on and everything, but now that we've adjusted, I'd say that everyone, and even me, like even you, we will all evolve into a new person. So honestly, just take a moment to step back and appreciate how far you've come with this entire experience.
It has been a challenging time, but we've stuck together, we've helped each other, and our resilience has really shone through. And hopefully, if we continue with that togetherness, we can continue to thrive through this challenging time.
That's right, and hopefully we will be back at school. We're hoping next term, but until then, please stay safe, and we're all in this together like Jay said.
And remember that PE is just as important as maths and English.
We hope you enjoyed that and feel that you have been able to connect back with the school a little bit more at least. It's been nice to be able to provide some segments from the school, from our campuses, as well as from our students and staff members. Please remember that the most important thing at the moment is our health and well-being. That's both physically and mentally. We hope that you are taking care of yourselves, and as a community we are taking care of each other, as these are more important in these challenging times. You received some good advice. Please follow those advice and try to stay optimistic and positive. We look forward to having our students and staff members back on our campuses. From the Pastoral Care and Wellbeing team and all the members of Sirius College, we wish you the best for the next couple of weeks ahead. We also want to remind you that we have some exciting opportunities that were mentioned, organized by our school, including competitions and different activities available for our students. Please make sure that you do take part in these. Although initially it may seem like some effort, you will find that there is a lot of fruit and benefit that comes out of taking part in these initiatives. We wish all our students best, especially our Year 12 and Year 11 VCE students that are going through their examinations and SACs that are coming up. All the best, and we hope that we'll be united together on our school campuses in much, much better times. Take care everyone, and wishing you all a great time ahead.